Welcome to the Crescendo podcast, a show where we highlight the upcoming and current artists from the UK and beyond. My name is Trevor, and we are joined today by our wonderful guests, Billy Smith and Elizabeth Liddle from Smith and Liddell. They are a Northeast England-based duo who are known for their 60s to 70s inspired folk, pop rock, and Americana sound, that kind of thing. Things come to mind are like Fleetwood Mac and that kind of thing. It's great. I love Fleetwood, and I love your music as well. It's crazy, yeah. Crazy. They have released their debut album, Songs for the Desert, just last year, which sounds absolutely amazing. I would recommend. I'll put it all in the socials later on. But welcome to the podcast, guys. Welcome.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So happy that we're doing this. It's so funny how we met. I met Billy at the Southfield pub when I was playing darts. And when he first contacted me, he said, "Like, is that Trevor who smashed me in darts at Southfield?" I was like, I'm not. I'm famous, you know.
Yeah. So I remember that day. I was with my friend Bash, and we were practicing around my house, or in a drinking bar, throwing darts and that. We were feeling really confident, like, oh, let's go to the Southfield and play with some people at the Southfield. Then we got there and we saw you. You were playing. And then I said, oh, we'll beat this guy here. So I started playing you. You were like, treble 20. I was like, oh, no. And you kept beating me and bashing. You go, right, next. Who's next?
I'll never forget that. Thank you for coming on, by the way. It's so good.
What a small world. That was so funny.
I know, it's great. Yeah. Okay, I mean, this leads me to my first question. Like, let's go all the way back to the beginning for you guys, both of you guys. Would you like to share with us how you guys started working with each other as a duo, and maybe tell us about the band that you are with as well?
Yeah, so we met. I was trying to work this out yesterday, actually, with our drummer. We met, I think, 5 years ago now. I think it was just after COVID and lockdown, and Billy was in doing like a funk and soul original band, and I was doing my own original music, and he was looking for a vocalist. So he reached out, he DM'd me, and I showed up to the rehearsal, learned a bunch of songs that they told me to learn, got there, and then they decided to do a totally different song that I'd never heard of. So that was fun. And yeah, we just kind of like, I guess, got along straight away. Rob, who was in the same band, he's our drummer still. So, you know, we've just all, I don't know, clicked straight away. Yeah, I guess we started writing through that, and Billy started playing guitar for me, and then I was singing in his band and playing keys, and it just made sense to do it together, really.
Yeah, pretty much the same. I was playing for Elizabeth was playing for me. Then I remember we went for a walk one day, and I was like, why don't we just like sack everything off and just do it together and write together? And Elizabeth had the feeling of like, I've already got this thing going, so I don't want to give up on it. And I was like, fair enough. But I eventually talked her into it, and everything worked out, I guess. So
it was the best decision, I think, because I think we were both doing obviously music separately, but we helped each other out with music. You know, we both recorded with each other, and we were writing with each other. And yeah, I think we were both more than Billy, but was scared about kind of starting a new project from, you know, the ground up, because for me doing my own music, I'd been doing it for a few years and, you know, had put a lot into it, but it just made sense. And now that we're doing it together, it's just so much easier. And I think because we're so passionate about the same music, it just works.
Oh, that's so good to hear. And the way you guys mix your voices together is so seamless, and it's so good. Yeah.
Thank you.
So last year you released your album. It's Song for the Desert, which you should get. I can tell you took a lot of inspiration from bands like Fleetwood Mac, also Johnny Mitchell, which I love as well, and maybe the Beatles, I don't know. I remember somewhere that you, Billy, you said that you had a lot of creative freedom in creating the songs for the album. So my question would be, what would you say was the main inspiration for the album and the songs you created? And do you think that songwriting is different when it comes to like two people doing it together, or how was the songwriting process?
That's a good question. So the main inspiration for the album was like obviously taking inspiration from a lot of bands that we like the 60s and 70s, but not exactly like their music. It's the way they took the songs to the studio and the way they wrote the songs. Basically, they just didn't really care. They just like did whatever they wanted in terms of like fading the songs out. No one really does that these days. Using lots of different instruments. Like, I don't know. It's just, what would you say?
I feel like, yeah, I know what you're trying to say. I think it's like with those 70s and 60s artists, they didn't care. They just did what they wanted to do. There was no pressures of like what everyone else was doing, and they just made music that they were like passionate about.
That's what I was meant to say. They didn't like the yeah.
I knew what you meant. I read your mind. No, but that's true. That's what you said. It's like with the album, we like had no pressures of that, and we just kind of made music. And every song on the album, I think, is quite different. And that wasn't on purpose. It just, that was what we were writing at the time. And yeah.
I mean, that's a good answer. But do you think that like you have different tastes? I'm sure you do. Like, how does that help, like, in creating music?
I think it really helps because I think, like, with the album, I mean, and it goes back to kind of how we started Smith and Liddell in the first place, that obviously I was doing very much like piano-based singer-songwriter type music, and Billy was doing like funk and soul kind of songwriting style. And so I think our album blends the two together, and I think there's quite a lot of, we love so many types of genres.
I think we pretty much like the same music, don't we?
We do. I don't think
Is there anything that we don't like that I don't like that you like? Or I don't think there is.
I feel like there's like, I don't know. I think we're very much on the same page with that. I think there's like a couple of bands maybe here and there that you love more than me.
Which ones?
You put me on the spot now. You will listen. There's a really like, it's a really big. They're a big band.
Who?
Like an old band, and you love them, and I like them, but I can't get into them the way that you love them.
Oh, The Who.
Yeah, The Who.
Yeah.
That's it. I like The Who. I
think it's because of the old Pete Townsend thing. You don't like him.
Well, yeah, I have a little thing, but the music's incredible. However, like, I don't know. I like them, and I like a lot of the songs, but I can't. But I think other than like things like that, I think we're pretty much on the same page.
It totally helps. It totally helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's just get away from music for a moment. You know, sometimes artists or bands, they want to set a vibe. They want to set like the way they dress, the way they do things based on their music interests. And like, yeah, I saw all the dresses that you wear, Elizabeth. It's so like, it goes back. I wish more people do it.
You.
Yeah, so good. I commend you for that.
Thank you. I always feel very extra.
No, you won't. And the jackets that you wear, Billy, as well, like it just complements it so well.
You're the first person that's ever complimented, because everyone always goes up to Elizabeth, "Oh, I love what you're wearing, like all the 60s vibe," and like look at me and like,
you know,
that's what it is with me. Yeah. I just like to be comfortable, me, mate. Honestly, like,
yeah. But you know, people don't think about that too much. People really don't think, and like it's so important that the way personal styles growing up as well affects how you dress for music and whatnot.
Definitely, you definitely have to look the part on stage. It is a big, like, it's entertainment what we do at the end of the day, isn't it? So
yeah.
Like if I go on stage with a tracksuit on and I'm starting to play like 60s style songs, everyone's like, "What's going on here?" So I guess I have to. I think Elizabeth helps me a lot in terms of what I wear on stage.
I think you have your own style. I think you like.
I just can't get away with the bell bottoms and the flares, like and the long hair. I just have to keep my these curtains and.
You.
Yeah, that's great. Like, so I mean, just growing up in general, like not just fashion and anything, but the music that you listen to, like how did that really affect you? Can you just tell about like how music influenced you when you were growing up separately?
Well, when I was like, I just got into the Beatles straight away when I was like, I'd say like 9 or 10. And then the whole 60s, what would you say, like obsession started with me, 60s, 70s, mainly 60s, like the bands like the Kinks and Small Faces, like all that mod stuff as well. And I remember when I was like in secondary school, I probably wanted to be do you know what a mod is? Like where they wear the parkas and stuff. And I really loved that like whole soul vibe and that. Then I started getting the 70s stuff like Laurel Canyon, Crosby, Stills and Nash. And I guess fashion does come into a lot, like, because you see what they wore back in the day and the way of life, I guess. And I guess Elizabeth can touch on the old 70s thing with her dresses, boho fashion.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like I take a lot of like inspiration from like say like Emmylou Harris and well obviously Stevie Nicks is like a clear like person. I mean, my main inspiration, musically, is Carole King. She was very much, and I actually love that about Carole King. She actually always just kind of wore like jeans and a top on stage. She was never like really like.
That's what I like as well. To be fair.
Yeah, and I love that. I mean, that's so not me at all. Like, I love dressing up for shows, and even when we go to the studio and things. I mean, like, I love wearing my dresses, and I'm the most comfortable in that. But yeah, I admire and I love that about Carole King, that that's just her. But yeah, I love the like all the patterns of the 70s and like how extra and what's the word, like obnoxious. Like all the patterns are quite like ugly and obnoxious, but I actually love that, and I would love to wear, like, I love all the dresses with all the, crazy patterns on. And musically, I think, yeah, I feel like Carole King was a huge inspiration of mine. I went to see her when I was 16, and that was kind of when I started really writing myself, and that really inspired me. So, yeah, I feel like we've both been brought up with a lot of different genres and a lot of music from our families. Our families love music, and that's, I guess, rubbed out on us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Just a quick question. When you first started, was it very difficult to write songs? Was it difficult to like, get people to like, I want you to play certain things?
I think I think writing together was really easy. I think that's why it worked so well. And I think that's why Billy was so adamant, like, why don't we just do this together? Because it actually was silly that we weren't, because the writing just kind of came quite naturally. I mean, sometimes we still write separately. So sometimes we write together, sometimes we write separately.
I feel with the writing as well, it does come down to your family and growing up again. Like, I think for both of us, we weren't writing for anyone at the time. For our album, we spent a year writing it, and we had no audience yet. So like, who are we writing this for? And the only people we could show the songs to was our family.
Yeah.
So I feel like we were writing songs for obviously your mum, my granddad, and my mum, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And there was certain songs that I know that your granddad, like, we were like, oh, your granddad will love this, or my mum will like this one, or your mum will. Yeah. And I think we were just writing about like how we were feeling at that time.
And what would you say? How did people react to it when they first listened to like the album or singles or whatnot?
We were so nervous because when we first brought it out, it's our first album. It does mean a lot. Like, we hope that people liked it, and we did get a lot of like big compliments from people, and it was so nice to hear. I was so happy.
I think because we were worried that the music that we'd released before was, I mean, I don't think it's that much. I don't think it's really different to our album.
Just a lot more focus has gone into this one, and a lot more passion. And
yeah, like the songs, like, I feel like maybe before we would release a song and then we would go, oh, I don't really want to hear that now. But where this album, like, when I put it on, or if someone plays it, I feel really proud. And like I say, it was a really nerve-wracking show.
I'll put it this way: no one said anything bad about it yet, so that's good.
We haven't had any hate.
It's not bad, it's so good as well. The way you blend it. Nobody, to be fair, nobody really does it nowadays, the way that you do it. Amazing. I appreciate it. Every time when I listen to it, it's like,
as much as like we've done this, just the two of us, we also had a lot of help in terms of Josh Ingledew produced the album with us. Even his touch, he has that 70s feel as well as a producer.
Yeah.
Then obviously we've got our drummer Rob, and Rob's the kind of guy who just absolutely nails it on the first take, and he knows exactly what me and Rob's minds are like that, and we just like get it. Then we had Phil play keys on it. Phil was actually Elizabeth's teacher at college, and it means so much to us that he actually came and played on our album. Like, you don't see many college tutors doing that. So,
and he's still playing for, like, he's coming in the studio next month with us. And so is Rob, and it's just so lovely, like, having those like friends in music as well who are amazingly talented.
Yeah.
I mean, I was not gonna ask this question first, but yeah, let's just ask the question now. One of my favorite songs to the album is "In a Haze." I love it to bits. Like, I think just this morning I was listening to it. I was like, I'm gonna ask this question. I'm just gonna listen to it over and over again and see what I can dig. But I can tell, like, reverb, layering, that kind of thing, in lot of that to like show the way you found how to blend the melody and the lyric fragments and that kind of thing. So what do you think the song reveals about emotional depth and vulnerability? If you're performing it live, how would you like to show it to people?
It was mainly you, the lyrics on this one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a funny one with this song because we wrote the song together, but Billy wrote like the chords, and then we wrote the melody together.
It's funny because I don't know how we start a song. I remember we were sat in your kitchen, I had my laptop set up, and I was with a guitar. Then I think with us two, we know how we want a song to sound.
Yeah.
And it was mainly just that to get like something like that on that tempo. Then I'd maybe just like put some like a drum down. Then I had that guitar of doing did it, and Elizabeth was like, "Oh, that's really good."
Yeah.
And it just like it spurs from there, keeps building. Then Elizabeth had these vocal ideas, lyric ideas.
Yeah.
then what was it about?
I think In a Haze was similarly. I don't really know exactly what it was. I don't think it was. I think every other song on the album had a real like topic of what we were writing about. I think this one was
Hazy?
more like, well, there's a funny story that you started the demo. We started writing the song. Billy wrote kind of the structure and then we wrote the melody together. I then went to the dentist. I came back and I had a fill-in. And so Billy was like, have you got any like lyric ideas? And I was like, yeah, sure. I was like in pain in my mouth. So we finished the song that afternoon, and I think it's similarly about what like Eyes on You's about. Like for me, like the lyrics at the outro, that's probably one of my like, and it sounds a bit cocky, but it's one of my favorite parts of the album. The kind of build where we're singing "I've been down but not around," and I think that was kind of about us both feeling that before we started Smith and Liddell, of feeling like we didn't really know what was going on with musically, and we both felt a bit down about music in general. I think there was a lot going on with bands and different things, and so I think that's where that song came from.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you for explaining that to us. Now I know. Sometimes it's so, what do you call it? It's so broad, and it just comes. Music expression just comes, which is.
It does just it comes out the blue, doesn't it? I think
Yeah.
That's a song that I think we wrote really quickly. And
every song on the album just happened like that, like
Yeah.
so quick. Like the songs that we spent weeks and weeks on trying to come up with different chords or different lyrics that never end up on the album. But the songs where it took us like 20 minutes to write, they're the songs that ended up on the album.
Yeah.
Which is funny. So yeah.
It's like a pattern with us.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna go away from that again. We're gonna go on tour in Europe. What's your memories from that?
A lot of driving. So I drove the full tour, so it was like I never want to do that ever again, to be honest. It was so tiring because obviously I had to drive, then get up on stage, then drive, and yeah, I know why these bands have tour managers now.
Yeah, I
But
think we
we were
realised that.
a bit naive, weren't we? But it was a lot of fun, good food.
We were with our good friends, so Rob, Boone, and Emma, and we've played together for years, so it was really good fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
like,
class, yeah.
And every show we're like dead surprised, because obviously first kind of European tour, we thought nobody was going to be there, and they were going to be, I guess we thought we would be playing to empty rooms, but people were there, and people like traveled to see us, which was crazy.
Met some really nice. It's really like fulfilling to meet some really nice people as well. People that had travelled to come see us as well. And I know Germany's a big place as well, isn't it? And the Netherlands, like people travel from outside of Amsterdam to come see us.
Yeah.
And like drove a couple of hours, so it was nice to meet people after the shows, and obviously getting photographs and talking, and it was lovely. Yeah.
And all the venues were great as well, and all the people we met who like owned the venues, who showed us around the cities and stuff. Like we literally didn't have. It felt like almost you would be gigging, and then we were having a bit of a holiday, and then we were gigging. It was
very different here. Like getting really nice meals.
Yeah.
Like they'd make you food, and they'd put you up for the night in nice accommodations, and it was lovely. Yeah.
Just looked after.
Yeah.
It was great.
So the vlog, I saw it. You went on tour, and I saw the drive-in, and I saw all that, and yeah, it must be hard.
Yeah, it was pretty hard.
Yeah. The Maccadees in the middle of nowhere, that was.
Yeah, we had a lot of McDonald's.
In fact, because our bass player Booney, he's very fussy when it comes to food, and obviously when we were over there, we were getting fed a lot of like vegetable kind of meals,
like dishes that were like very like not your just average meals.
So he went to McDonald's and he got chicken nuggets and chips every time, and I think we counted.
How many did we count?
I think he had about 90 chicken nuggets while he was over there.
And how much was that?
Yeah.
Did you guys, when you were on tour, did you feel that it was just a reward for all the hard work that you put to the album, and like did people started talking to you about the music and that kind of thing?
Definitely, it feels good to have a growing fan base.
I think like the moment, especially, I mean, all the shows were incredible and meeting everybody, but when we were playing Paradiso in Amsterdam, kind of hearing people sing, like the front row, like everybody in the front row was singing our album, and like there was people who knew every word. It sounds silly, but it's just really kind of, it shocks you because you don't think that's gonna kind of happen to you, that people are gonna like love your album the way that you're proud of it or you love it. But so yeah, I do think it was really very rewardful for those moments, and like, yeah,
I think this question will be quite exciting for us. Let's talk about vinyl collecting for a second. I was watching the Instagram reel once when you were talking about like the top vinyls that you were playing in 2025, that kind of thing. I saw the cabinet. I was like, I'm quite impressed. That's a lot of vinyls. So I mean, we can all say that vinyl is very tactile. There's an intentional way of listening to it, like putting the record on, flipping it over. You have to be there to listen to the music. Otherwise, it just scratches the vinyl, that kind of thing. So how did discovering that experience? How did that experience change the way you connect to songs and hear music digitally? Do you see a reflection of yourselves with it, and like you guys as musicians as your own right?
Yeah, I mean, I think for both of us, like the vinyl collecting side of things actually is probably one of the first things we bonded over, like before we were together and before we were Smith and Liddell. And Billy gave me some records, and I think Billy gave me or bought me, I can't remember, Deja Vu, Crosby, Stills and Nash, and I gave Billy Blue, Joni Mitchell.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
It was something like that, or like it was. I always had a different Joni Mitchell album that I gave you.
I think you got me the first one.
What was
the Seagull one?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we kind of shared vinyls and swapped vinyls, and that was a big, I guess, influence in the way we kind of met each other. And I just think there's nothing better than listening to a vinyl. I feel like it's just, obviously I listen to music on my phone on Spotify and Billy listens on Apple Music, but like there's just no better feeling than putting a vinyl on and listening to that. And it's something that we both love to do. Like every time we're on tour or when we're recording in a city, or I don't know, anytime we're away, we always find a record shop. I feel like even when we went to Iceland a few years ago, and it was so funny because we went to obviously we went with my family for my auntie's 60th, and we went for a specific reason to go to the Blue Lagoon, but we walked out of our hotel room and there was a massive record store. It was like, literally, we were in there for hours, and that was it for that night. That first night, wasn't it, when we first got there?
I love how it's getting bigger as well. Like a lot of younger people getting vinyls, but I do urge these new people that are getting vinyl to go to independent record stores and like your smaller record stores and look at the old vinyls, originals, and you don't have to be spending £40 on one vinyl. You can spend £40 and get 10 vinyls if you want. So there's so many good record shops in the Northeast.
Yeah.
So yeah.
RPM's our favourite. We love RPM in Wingate, and I also love Beyond Vinyl in Newcastle. Those two are. And Roxy Ballroom, that one's good as well.
It's not Roxy Ballroom. Roxy Ballroom's a bar in bloody Roxy Music.
Roxy Music.
Roxy Music and Posters.
Roxy, that one's great. Not Roxy Ballroom.
There's also Sound Out in Stockton. I used to go to when I was younger, and that was a great shop as well.
Yeah, because I went to one of the charity shops, to be fair, and I was like looking through all the the very 50s, 40s artists that kind of thing.
You tend to find every time I go in a charity shop, I always pull out bloody Elvis Presley or Al Jolson. But when my granddad seems to go, he seems to find Dave over the road. He seems to find like great records.
So my family friend Dave and Billy's granddad always go in the charity shops, and whenever me and Billy go in, like you say, we find nothing. And then like Billy's granddad will come in with a pile of records. Oh, I've got these. I mean, he got me like a Joan Baez one the other week, and it's like a classic album that like you can't find. And he said he bought it for £2. And my neighbour and my family friend Dave, he did the same. And what album did he get me? Oh, what was it?
Wasn't it 10cc?
10cc or something. And again, it was like for like 50 pence or something, where like obviously if you go other places. So yeah, go to the charity shops. I feel like we just, for some reason.
If you ever want any recommendations, charity shops, not charity shops, record shops, just ask us.
Yeah, of course. I think there's one in Darlington as well, I think. I heard
I've never that. Is it called Saxo Soul? Something like that. I've never been in that one, but yeah.
Yeah.
I remember going to one in was it Copenhagen? We found this record shop, and there was an old guy in there, and honestly, it was like going to a hoarder's house. Like there was stacks up to the ceilings, and they were like all slanted like that and destroyed. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
I think we got too overwhelmed with it as well. I don't think we
Having
got
to go through vinyls like that, and like
it was like shelves and shelves. It was like, you know, the Harry Potter, the wand shop, but for like.
Yeah, man, that's so good. Thank you for sharing it with me and like talking about it. I'm just getting into it, but it's such a world, isn't it?
I could
such a
recommend a
world.
good one, a good record. Our record, Songs for the Desert. Like,
Yeah, I was just gonna talk about it.
Didn't know where
Just
you
gonna
were
talk
going.
about it. Yeah,
Didn't-
yeah.
I'll bring one to the Southfield, and if you beat me, I'll give you it.
Come on.
Only if you win.
If I'll pay for full, I'll support you guys. Yeah, that's a question, isn't it? Like listening to your own vinyl, about your vinyl. Like nowadays, I'm not sure. Like when you're trying to mix music for the album, that kind of thing. Do you think about how it comes out in vinyl? Absolutely, it will sound totally different on vinyl compared to like digitally.
So basically, it's right. We did think about the vinyl when we were recording the album and what song was gonna, especially a minute ago, because the one that's behind you, the music video, it has a very long fade out at the end, and I could hear like it's the last track on side A, and then when it fades out, then it just spins around for ages. Then you know when to flip it over. Then when you flip the side B, it's down the hole again, and it starts with like the desert sound, and then it kicks straight in. So we did think about the vinyl when we were recording.
Yeah. So when I'm sure you listened to it as well. Like what was your thoughts when you listened to it on vinyl?
It's crazy.
I feel like I cried just because like like the whole process, I can't really put into words. Like genuinely, every studio session with Josh, like, and the band, and just the whole process in working with Barish, who mixed and mastered the album. Like even the back and forwards conversations and calls we had with Barish, like everything just worked so smoothly and was so lovely. So when I listened to it like on vinyl, just it felt crazy to me that we actually had a vinyl because it's something that we both love so much. And yeah, actually, there is a funny story about the first time we did put it on though. And do you remember, was it my record player or yours? And we put the vinyl on and we put it on the wrong setting. And so the whole vinyl was just really high pitched. So that was the actual initial listening of Songs for the Desert. And we both were like, oh my God, why does it sound like that?
Songs for the Chipmunks, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was so high pitched, bro. We just had the setting wrong, which is hilarious. But yeah, but it was an amazing experience listening to it.
Yeah, I bet I'm gonna get it from you, Billy, and then I'm gonna listen to it, and it's gonna be great. Like,
Cool.
that's gonna be good. Let's talk about your upcoming like shows and tours, that kind of thing. You did tell me you're going to Nashville. What was that about?
We're going on Monday to Nashville, yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing some writing and recording for the next album, isn't it? Like secret? Well, not secret, but yeah.
Yeah, we're just going over writing, obviously a bit of like a holiday to kind of see Nashville, and yeah, I guess write mostly for the next album. We've wrote a lot of tracks already that we think are ready and are definitely going to be on the next album. But yeah, we're just going over, I guess, to meet some people, and yeah, we're looking forward to having a bit of a holiday.
You're going there. Your songs are really based on that kind of music as well. Like, going there, what do you feel like? Would that affect a lot of the decisions that you would make for the next album?
I think so. With this one, although like it's called Songs for the Desert, and it's about that whole American landscape. We were in the northeast of England, and it was very rainy. So I think when you're writing music, it does help like where you are. I guess that if you sat in most of the songs we wrote, we were sat in our rooms and like kitchens.
We were literally sat here actually, in this position in your room.
I think it does help if it's raining outside, you get like a certain feeling, or if it's sunny outside, you get a certain feeling. But I think when we're in Nashville, I've never had that experience of being able to go out and see all these cool places, and that's what we dreamt of when we were younger, I guess, like the whole American, although it isn't the 70s anymore, but like the American sound, that's what everyone was drawn to, even the Beatles, like with Elvis, like all these English people were drawn to this American thing. And although like the world's not as good as it was back then, I guess, but you still have that dream, don't you?
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, in the future, I'm sure you will do more US tours and that kind of thing.
That's the plan, yeah. Would love to.
That's the dream, yeah. I think definitely I would love to have a goal of like by next year to be able to play our own show in like, I don't know, in Nashville or in America or something. That would be like a bit of a dream for both of us.
Yeah. I mean, it is a dream. Like when you made it, you think like, oh, I made it already, and I could go to like 20 American cities, that kind of thing, or 10, or even 5. Like, still an achievement, you know. Could you share more about your UK tours? I know you have a few gigs that you're gonna do in the UK as well.
Yeah, so we start off in London at Pizza Express Holborn. So that'll be a nice show. We've played there before, but we were supporting a guy called MT Jones. And it sounds like a really good show. You sit down and you have your pizza and you watch a band. Like
You get
it sounds-
pizza with your ticket.
Pizza with your ticket. Then we play Glasgow on the 13th, SWG3. Then we're doing Manchester on the Friday at the Castle Hotel. Then we're doing Hamburg the week after on the 21st. So that's where our label's based, Leger in Hamburg. So that'll be a nice show. And we're also playing a Northeast festival called Stone's Throw in North Shields on the 23rd, which is my birthday. So that'll be a nice gig. And we're also planning a Newcastle show in like October time. So you could come to that one if you wanted.
Yeah, of course.
It's really sweet that I've just realised just then when you said it was your birthday. This time in May last year, on Billy's birthday, we supported a band, Young and Silver Fox, in Hamburg. And then like a year later, we're doing our own headline there, which is crazy.
I have a good birth. I've had 2 good birthdays. Yeah.
Really good birthdays. Yeah, my birthday's never that eventful.
Oh, come
You got to work,
on.
didn't you?
I was at work on my birthday.
Yeah, trying to work.
I love that.
You wouldn't be at work now with the tours and stuff. Not gonna say that. Yeah. Just a question that comes in my head. You're independent, no, kind of independent right now. Would you say that you would stay that way, or what's the
It's a good
plan?
question. It is a good question.
I think it's a good question. It's a hard question. I think we are very lucky that Leger, our label who licensed our album, like we work with them and they're like just the nicest, genuine people and real music lovers. And I think for the music that we make, we have to be surrounded by people like that who are like-minded and love music and love you just kind of being yourself, because I don't think that either of us could ever make music that we're not passionate about, or that like, you know, feeling pressured to make music that because people are gonna like that. I think
that's all I want, like to stick with the team we're with.
Yeah.
But just keep growing an organic fan base and have fans in America, have fans in Europe.
Yeah. I mean, I think a goal would be hopefully like a next album, maybe maybe American kind of contacts. Maybe that would be great. But Leger, like they're just incredible, and we love working with them. So I think it's nice also being independent, because you don't. Yeah, we can be ourselves and make the music, and they allow us to do that, which is amazing.
Yeah. Do you think the music industry now is moving towards that? Do you think
moving towards like independence?
Like, yeah, because you see like Taylor Swift and like other local bands as well. They just want to stay as it is, and they actually survive. I was going to be interviewing Crystal Tides from Portsmouth as well. They're a great band as well. They stayed independent for years, and now they're like 38 album in the whole UK, something like that, last week, and it was great. So yeah.
It's a funny one because a lot of the like newer, obviously we like old music, but a lot of the newer bands we like are all independent, really, aren't they?
Yeah,
majority. Like one of my favorite bands, White Denim, they're still independent. All of they're like independent labels, but who else do we like? Like Lemon Twigs, Wise Blood. They might be on like with bigger booking agents.
I think that's the key. I think if you have like a booking agent, but I think it's cool to be independent, because again, all the bands that we love are all making the music that they want to make. And
it's funny as well because one of our favorite bands of all time is Young and Silver Fox, and we're on their same label, which is like, so I'm really happy.
Crazy, I'm sure.
I'm happy. Yeah. So there's your answer to your question. Yeah. It's what different people want, and
I think there's different routes, isn't there, in the industry, and some people want like mega stardom, and
it depends who the fan base is.
Like we just kind of want to make the music we're making. I know I keep repeating myself, but we just want to make the music that we love and hope that we can keep growing our audience with people who also love it, and a nice team around us who support us.
I like being able to reference artists that we like as well. To the guy who runs Leger is called Helmut, and he just knows everybody in music. And I could say like, oh, we're going for a Doobie Brothers kind of Hall & Oates thing, even though everyone knows who they are, but like he'll know exactly what we're trying to do. And he's just working with like Carly as well, and she gets the references. It's
They're just really inspiring people, but also just like lovely.
Yeah, and that's amazing. To be fair, like you did it. So basically, you made it in a sense. So yeah, that's good. Like, okay, that's another question. Like, you traveling to different countries for tours. Like, yeah, what's your most surprising thing that ever happened on tour?
We opened for Young and Silver Fox, and it was basically it was a sellout show. And I was pretty nervous before I got on stage and seeing all the people, and they all sang "Happy Birthday" to me, and like
In German.
in German. Was it in
Yeah.
German?
Yeah, they sang Geburtstag, his birthday.
Oh,
I
yeah, yeah.
remember they said it in there. I think they did it half English, half.
Yeah.
In
Is that the weirdest thing? But like the most surprising thing, everybody was so nice, and the way we got treated by the staff, and then the people all singing "Happy Birthday," and Britt brought me a Helmet and his wife brought me a cake and stuff, and it was like I've never had that before in any other music.
A family came and travelled about 5 hours to see us in Germany, and that was crazy to us because, like,
Yeah, we played a show in Nuremberg, and we went downstairs to the gig, and there was like loads of kids running around and a newborn baby, and I was like, "What is going on here?" And
Really
the
weird.
promoter came up to us and he was like, "Oh, this family heard you on the radio this morning in Frankfurt, which is like 5 hours away, and they decided to drive to come see it at night with a newborn baby."
because they couldn't obviously get childcare. We obviously and the gig was in like an old war building that was bombed during World War II.
That hadn't been bombed.
Oh no,
It's the only building one of the
Yes.
only buildings on that street in Nuremberg that hadn't been bombed.
the bomb didn't go off.
So it
did
stayed,
land,
it
but it
stayed the
didn't
same since 1600, something like that. hadn't it?
So it was like in a dungeon type vibe. Cavern, sorry, not a dungeon.
So, to be fair, that was one of the weirdest places we've played in the night in the best way. Like
On the stage there was like a knight there, and it was really stripped back. Like the sound was really, like, a lot of it wasn't mic'd up, so it was really like a new experience for us, and we were worried about it. But like I say, I think it just turned out really lovely, and the family who were in the front row with their newborn baby like strapped to them because they couldn't get childcare, but they were like the sweetest people, and like
Yeah.
the couple just like obviously heard I was single and drove all the way there.
the guy behind the bar as well, he was saying, "You're not the only ones here tonight," and we were like, "What do you mean?" He said, "All the souls and the ghosts that have died in here are with you tonight." And I was like, "Right." Then he was saying, "Oh, by the way, you can pour any pint you want." And I was like, "Oh, great."
And then there was dogs running around after we'd finished as well. It was like, it was a very weird gig actually. Now I
We're
think
making it sound really weird, but it was actually a good gig.
it was amazing. I loved that whole time in Nuremberg. It was like, shout out to Casper the dog.
Yeah, Casper.
Yeah. You know what you should really do? You should go to Asia at least once.
Oh, well, we signed a licensing label in Japan, in Tokyo. They basically pressed our CDs and vinyls on like a Japanese cover, which I'm still yet to have.
Oh,
I'm
we really
devastated
need
about
to
it.
do it.
It's like on the back of our album, it's all in Japanese, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I think maybe in the next couple of years, we're going to try and get to Japan and play some shows. Definitely.
Yeah, you should. I'm from Malaysia in particular, so like there's a lot of people that listen to like Fleetwood and your kind of music as well still, which is surprising.
That's amazing though. I love
Yes,
that.
actually good. Yeah,
Where are you from? Where were you from in Malaysia?
I'm from, Borneo, so the other side, so Sabah.
Yeah.
We have a lot of like rock and music is
Oh, that's cool.
music is becoming more poppy now, but I really wanted to go back to the way it was, like people playing guitars and songwriters, and yeah, there was a lot of them early on.
Really cool.
Really?
Just never thought about that.
Oh, definitely no.
Yeah.
I bet it's beautiful there. I feel like
I think the only thing that would maybe stop us from playing there is if we ate, because we're both allergic to peanuts. So like a lot of the food, hey, there's your reaction. So we'd have to basically take like a big bag of crisps between us and just eat them.
Yeah.
big bag of Monster Munch.
Because my friend's in Singapore at the minute. He's been traveling around Asia and Australia, and he said it's just there's peanuts everywhere in bars and stuff. So
Well, we have food that doesn't have peanuts, but yeah, because there's a lot of people who are allergic to peanuts. Like my mother as well is allergic.
Oh, really?
So the food, you have to just make notes about it. Like she can't eat
Oh,
too
that's
much,
cool.
otherwise, yeah. So it's not all about peanuts.
Yeah,
Good.
that's good to know, actually.
You always just hear horror stories, don't you, about them?
No, because they don't know when they choose. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like that when we go anywhere though. Like it's always quite hard for us to
Maybe if we go, you'll have to give us some like
tips.
Oh,
of
cool.
where-
what
So-
I say in like the
Oh
language.
to be
yeah,
fair.
how to say it.
How-
Yeah.
How would you say it in German?
In German, I learned it was wir haben eine Nussallergie. We both have a nut allergy.
Speaking of gigs and tours, we could go a bit deeper about the industry as well. Like there is visible and invisible pressures such as like sales, streaming numbers, social media, maybe even festival bookings or like show gig bookings, maybe overwhelming. My question is like, how have you and your team navigated it? And like, have you like felt pressure to be like fitting in the mold in the industry, and like, how do you share that authenticity of your music, like in the future as well?
I think it's still early days in terms of festivals and stuff. Like we're trying to get on festivals, but at the minute we're just trying to build our fan bases in UK and Europe and doing headline shows. Like even diving headfirst into Paradiso and Amsterdam was like a big step for us. And like packing that room out was like a big milestone.
And it was that was a lot of pressure for us because we didn't know if we were going to be able to do that.
Massive pressure.
And we just kind of like us and our like manager Carly who we work with, we just kind of went, let's just go for it and see what happens, which was a bit risky really. But yeah, I think that there's a lot of like different pressures with the industry. I mean, it's good. I guess there's two of us. So for example, the social media side of stuff really stresses me out, but Billy's really comfortable with it and is really like good at it. So it helps that there's two of us because other things that maybe might stress you out, then I'm kind of on that. So we kind of delegate whatever stresses each other out, we can kind of help with that. And our team are really helpful with everything as well. But I do think there is a lot of pressures in the industry now that I think they probably did have the same pressures back in the 70s and the 60s where we, all the music that we love, but I think there were different pressures.
Do you know what it was? The opposite. Like they didn't have any pressures. They could do anything they wanted. But a lot of the bands got
ripped off
back in the day, like the Small Faces, Badfinger. It was actually shocking if you read about these bands back in the day. Like, they'd travel around the world doing shows and they barely got a penny for any of the record sales or anything.
Are you reading about the other day?
Or you learn from the Small Faces.
Yeah. Just not getting
any. If you read about some of these people back in the day not getting any royalties when they've wrote the songs and stuff, and these like the labels back in the day, they were run by like a lot of older guys. Like, how would you describe them? Like with the suits on and stuff, and I bet half of them were horrible, to be honest. So it's good to know that there's still good people in this music industry.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to stay true to your own identity. Do you think identity is very important in music now?
Definitely.
Yeah, I think not comparing yourself and literally focusing on the music that you're making, and because I guess it was quite risky. I think sometimes I think maybe our album was quite risky because we go from like a full-on funk and soul track to like a folk song that's all acoustic and has no drums on it at all. So it was quite risky for us to do it, but like identity I think is everything, and focusing on what you're doing.
The one thing we said to each other when we started this project is how we wanted everything to look, and I think we're still doing that, aren't we? Like the old 70s thing. And when we first started, we were saying we want everyone to think we're a 70s act, but it's quite impossible these days because like people know you are. But we're trying to keep up with that thing of just being nostalgic and yeah.
I mean, you see a lot of artists right now, like they want to go back. I think that's the main genre now. Like nostalgic music would be kind of like the new genre name.
I love that though. I feel like there's so many artists who are doing that thing, and that's great for us because they're like paving the way for artists like us who want to do it as well. So there's a lot of like very big artists doing that kind of thing.
It's hard though, isn't it? Because we don't necessarily sit down to write a 70s style song.
No.
We just sit down and the songs come out. We never any of the songs on this album. We never like said, "Oh, it's very 70s." This they were just like,
"Oh, let's write a 60s riff." Like we didn't do that. It was just like
what came out, and then I guess like the decisions in the studio is what made it sound that way. They're just decisions that we like, and the things that sound nice to our ears. So, yeah.
I mean, that just being authentic to yourself and your identity is always very important now, and it's you're bringing back something that people didn't know that they would like to listen to.
Oh, thank you. That's nice.
It's really nice.
Good. Yeah. All right, let's bring everything together. Like quick fire questions. Okay, come. Acoustic or electric?
Electric for us. Yeah, it's everything we listen to is electric. Really, I
like acoustic too, but
I like acoustic, but it has to like. Even though there's a song on our album where it's all acoustic, but that was like a budget problem because we just didn't have any more time to do anything. And like with acoustic, like I like when there's like drums behind it or some sort of instrumentation for me. Yeah.
Yeah. From that question, like you have to feel the music, like feeling in music, like even the beats and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
I mean, I like a lot of like. Obviously, piano is my like instrument, so I like a lot of like just keys and vocal songs.
I like when there's something different in like Joni Mitchell when she's
Yes,
like
she's
on a
very-
piano, but she has like some sort of weird.
Or guitar. She has a lot of.
What's that song where she's got all the flutes? It's on Ladies the Canyon where it's got loads of flutes and that behind it.
Help me out.
No, it's
No.
Cotton Spark.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
You shouldn't be doing stuff like that.
You've just outed me.
But yeah.
Yeah. Good question. Then, do you want more like instrumental music when you have your songs, like maybe a band of a bigger band, or like like you say, flutes, violins, that kind of thing?
Definitely on the next album we've been speaking about like some, because there wasn't any. We had violins on the last album on
Niles
2 of the
Krieger
songs.
came and played strings, and he was incredible. But I wish that we'd had more of a budget to have him on more of the songs. I feel like maybe this time around,
maybe even like a quartet of like and especially being able to record a quartet live as well. And I think I really love the flute, and I don't know, like
we were like lucky enough recently to be awarded the PPL Momentum Fund, like the Teesside Fund. That for us, we've kind of like really set that aside to be able to do that with the next album. So I think definitely we'd love like some flute on it. There's definitely a song that I've got in mind that we wrote last year that was supposed to be on the album but didn't make it. But we can't say it.
No, you can.
Oh, well, the 33 one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that one would really lend itself to
pan flute or something.
Pan flute. That would be really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's super cool.
Yeah. You know, funny enough, I know a priest back home who does the pan flute, which is weird.
Really?
Oh, really?
So it's so cool. Like, and now he's the vicar in the diocese. All right.
The vicar with a pan flute, man.
That's really cool.
He has videos. I'll share videos with you guys. It's crazy. Like, it sounds amazing.
Yeah, we'd love to see that.
Have you watched Jethro Tull when he does the flute where he has his leg up? Yeah. We'll have to guess. That's what I'm picturing this vicar to look like.
Anyways, yeah.
Okay,
there you are.
I think the lyrics were like very not last minute, but they just came out of us, didn't they? Like
we do sometimes when we write, like both of us do this. We'll kind of hum or sing the melody, but random words will come out, and then we almost form the song from that.
Yeah.
It's like as if we're subconsciously singing the lyrics anyway.
It's like gibberish. Then Elizabeth will hear something that I've said, but I haven't actually said it. Then she'll go, "I like that." Then it's like more sounds the way we start, then they turn into words, which is a weird way of putting it, but yeah.
Anyways, what would be a song that you guys love secretly, but you would never cover publicly, like record or?
This is hard. This one.
That one is really hard.
I don't really like. If I like something, I'll just say I like it. I'm not really like secretive about it, but maybe something that like people wouldn't think you listen to, but you do.
Maybe something that like we would listen to. Like, what's a song that we listen to on tour that's really like funny, but like, do you know what I mean? That we probably wouldn't cover, but I love it. Like, but we wouldn't.
Trying to think what records I've got that people wouldn't think I normally have.
Something like jazz or something like that.
Yeah, to be trying to think.
Take your time.
It's really hard.
Take your time. I know that's why I said it was a good question.
You like all types of stuff as well. You have like
Name a genre.
We both listen to like rock, like rock music. Not
that's
like,
actually good, yeah. Because like a lot of like when you listen to our music, you might think I do like all the 70s stuff, but I do really like not heavy rock, but like rock music.
Yeah.
Like something like that, Deep Purple kind of stuff as well. Like I love that sort of stuff. But yeah, I like to rock out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you talk about 70s music, like there's a lot of rock elements in there, like soft rock and that kind of thing. So
yeah, we've definitely gone for that soft rock sound, but
yeah,
I'd love to one day maybe do like a
proper rock.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Loads of organs and that.
I love Led Zeppelin as well. I know it's fairly like everyone loves Led Zeppelin, but I really do. I think.
Now, when you think of something that's like, because that's like obviously we like Led Zeppelin, man.
Yeah.
Why don't you do an opinion that I think people might not like about 70s music?
Like an opinion people might not like.
Yeah.
Why me?
I don't know.
Oh, I can't think. This is really hard. I feel like we need to come back to this one.
Yeah, we will come to this back to this maybe at the end.
Yeah, we'll come out at the end.
Okay, let us think.
Solve problems. All right. Healthy or indulgent snacks on tour? Food.
Well,
It's really hard to eat healthy, mate, honestly.
yeah, we just shared our McDonald's trips with you, so I think we're gonna go
Yeah.
with.
No, to be fair, on the two, we ate like soups and stuff and vegetable rice
Yeah, when we got fed,
because we were starving.
we ate healthily, but when we didn't, we didn't. And to be fair, me and Billy thought it would be a nice thing to do for the band to go and get like snacks for the van with us traveling for like a long period of time. And so the band were like, yeah, will you get some like healthy snacks? And we said, oh, yeah, of course. And we came back with a big tub of Cadbury's, Oreos, and snack bars and Walker's crisps. And that's all we had. So definitely indulgent.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. One thing your fans would be surprised to learn about you.
What were we saying earlier?
Oh, so I was thinking for Billy, I don't know if it's a surprise. No, I think it would be surprising. But if you play like a millisecond of any Beatles song ever, Billy knows what it is. Like before you even get into words, like even just a sound, and he knows what album and what the song is. And it's crazy.
Crazy. How about you?
You
Me?
you know every word in Pirates of the Caribbean 1.
I do. I could act in Pirates of the Caribbean 1. It's my favorite film ever of all time. And I just, yeah, I know every word.
Yeah. That's
And
good.
what else do we do? People don't know. What else do you like? You're a great chef, aren't you?
Oh, I'm the worst chef ever. I can't cook to save my life. Yeah, really bad at that.
Well, don't worry about it. It's
You
fine.
can't be good at everything, you know?
No, you can't. Well, you can be good at everything, but better other things than others. Yeah.
Billy likes to play darts.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah,
I might not
yeah.
say that though, but yeah, like I'm I'm good when I'm at home. I ate like bloody 140s and stuff. Then when I played you in the Southfield, like you just smashed me to bits. I was like devastated, to be honest, mate. Was
Oh, don't worry about it.
wow.
Don't worry about it. No, it always gets. You should put one in the van. I don't know whether it's health and safety, but
That bottom.
yeah, in the van. Yeah, that's a good. No, I'm joking. See how it goes. Okay, all right. One piece of advice you would give to your younger selves.
I would probably say, like, when I first started, I tended to, like, compare myself to other people and be like, oh, well, they're doing that type of music or they're doing this. And I was really worried about, because the music I was making on my own was basically the same music as we're making together. And, like, it's not, I guess, stereotypically commercial. So I think, yeah, not comparing yourself to others and just focusing on what you're doing in the music you're making.
Yeah. Just finding other musicians to play with, make friends, and just don't stress, really. Stress too much back in the day. You don't really need it. It was like, at the end of the day, we're on a tiny little planet, and like, what's it to stress about? Oh, yeah.
I like it when Billy does this.
And that's like a quote.
Yeah.
That needs to go in a quote book. We're on a tiny little planet. What's the stress of?
True, though, isn't it, really?
Yeah, this is what men say, when they can't really think anymore.
Yeah.
And now you know.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I got a question about a new album, but what would be your main theme for your new album? What do you think would be the main theme?
We've been thinking about that, and the theme for the last one didn't come till we had the songs. So I think we're going to wait till see what the songs sound like.
What songs you have now? With what you have now?
We have been playing. There's 2 songs that we've been playing on tour, and they're quite like.
See, like all our albums, there's only one, but like they're quite concept albums, aren't they? In terms of like the theme. So the next one, I think, like a similar thing, but like a different thing.
It has to be a different one.
Maybe like obviously this one, like the colors of the vinyl is like very like orangey and deserty.
We might change that.
We might change it and go a bit darker, maybe.
Maybe.
It's all about colors and stuff, isn't it? And
I think we both are very like visual. Like, so when we heard all the track, like as we were recording the album, it was like the vibe of the album was there, and we just, I don't know how, we just knew that that's the direction we were going in. So I think we have some studio time booked in March, so we're going to start then, which we're really excited about. So I guess it's just the process and seeing how it goes. I think the songs we've got demoed so far are very much the same vibe-ish. So I think we're definitely moving in a direction, but it's
Just
still
the way you
very
promote them, isn't it? Like the music videos are like very 60s orientated, and yeah.
Yeah.
You'll never. We'll keep it a secret, so I don't know. You'll find out soon enough.
I will find out. I'm an insider with you guys, so
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, I'll continue to like post stuff and everything. Like, you did see Robin Erico yesterday got track of the week, which is
Great, yeah.
praise.
She came to our show in Amsterdam.
She's really
She's really cool. I love her music as well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, great. Yeah. I'll keep covering you guys. Don't worry about it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, don't worry about it. My last question would be, who are you grateful for?
I think that's a really easy question. I feel like for both of us, our family, I know, our family, I think we couldn't have made our album without them. They were so supportive, and it is like it's a hard process. You know, obviously we both were doing things at the same time as the album, and having their support and their advice. Yeah, I would say definitely our family.
Wouldn't be able to do it without them, really, would we?
No, we're very, very grateful for them.
There wouldn't even be an album, to be honest, without them.
Yeah,
So.
there wouldn't be an album without them. So, yeah, definitely.
I think it was like the song that you would never cover publicly.
You look at my record collection.
Yeah, even if you really wanted it, like, what would you never want to do, like, ever?
Well, I don't want people to know. Let's look at your record collection.
Is it that we don't want people to know that we like, or that we wouldn't want to cover ourselves, or
cover? Yeah.
Some songs are like quite impossible to cover, aren't they? I wouldn't want to ever cover "Roundabout Bar Yes." I can't be bothered learning it and practicing with a band. Probably something like a prog rock song. I don't really want to put that on our musicians and go, please learn this.
At Steely Dan, we're both massive Steely Dan fans, but I feel like I would crucify that.
Sometimes we like putting covers in our set, but when we're thinking of a cover, we think, something that's like can blend into another song, or it's quite easy, 2 chords, 3 chords. But I wouldn't really want to ask the band to learn Steely Dan or something.
No.
Or like on the complex Joni Mitchell songs.
Yeah.
Still scroller. Maybe that's how
I think that's a good answer, to be fair. That's all. What's your most favorite vinyl, by the way?
I always think about this. It has to be a vinyl that, like, double albums are hard because then you have to, like, when you sit down, you have to stand back up and flip it over. Then you have to get the other disc out, and it's like, oh my God. As much as I do like double albums, but it has to be a good, what would you say? With the Beatles one, I think Rubber Soul or Revolver, like one of the middle ones, is very like nice to listen to, and you get the best of both worlds in terms of the songwriting.
Mine's really hard. I feel like mine's quite cliche because we're literally a male and female duo, but it is quite cliche, but it's Buckingham and Nicks, the vinyl. That's my go-to vinyl. And also Simple Things, Carole King. That's also my other go-to.
Lord, isn't there a good song?
Yeah, there's so many go-tos that, like
Sunflower, the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. I think we could go on forever. Ladies of the Canyon, Joni Mitchell, like honest Doobie Brothers, it's too many. There's too many.
Yeah, I know there's way too many that I could even say. I'm just starting to get into it as well. So I like classical a lot. So basically, like Studio Ghibli songs and that kind of thing. I like to listen to a lot of instrumentals. The Japanese copies are always very expensive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I went to one record store in Newcastle. I saw that one. It was like The Boy and the Hero or something like that. It's like 60 quid, all Japanese and everything. Is mad.
Wow.
Who can afford that?
Nah, no, it's crazy, man.
And it's only one vinyl, by the way. It's only one double-sided.
What's your most expensive vinyl you've got before?
Me?
Yeah. Was it that Judy Sill one?
Yeah. A record by Judy Sill. You actually bought it.
Have you listened to Judy Sill before? I think you'd like her.
I've listened a little bit, but I haven't really gone deep into it. I need to.
Yeah,
all the names that you're saying right now, like I want to listen to all of them now. So.
She's really cool because I think she blends like classical sort of stuff like in it.
She does, yeah. Very folky and classical, and she's that album's one of my favorite. That's actually, to be fair, was my most played, I think, last year. But yeah, that probably was one of the most expensive because it's really, really rare. And I think you found it for me. So
yeah. Oh, that's good. Really, last question. What part of the tour would you never want to forget? Like so far, you've gone on tour. What's the one thing that you just, it's gonna be in my mind, like until we stopped, the day we stopped playing music?
For me, it was when we played the Paradiso. Obviously, we didn't really know. We knew what the ticket sales were on the door, but ticket sales online, but we didn't realize how many people were going to turn up on the door. Because a lot of people do that these days. Everyone's very last minute. It was like 15 minutes before stage time, and I went and look out, and there was not many people in the room. I was feeling devastated, to be honest. Then we went backstage and I went to the guys, listen, it is what it is. Let's go and put a good show on. Then I remember walking out on stage and the room was packed, and I was like, just seeing that, it was like nothing. I'll always remember that. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Very grateful.
We
Yeah.
can
was
go
cool.
for content reasons. Yeah.
No, thank you so much, Trevor. We could talk forever.
That was great, man. Yeah.
That was so good. Like, I mean, thank you for coming. Like, this is Billy and Elizabeth from Smith and Liddell. And yeah, thank you. I need the vinyl now. I need your vinyl
Yeah,
now.
of course.
When I get back from Nashville, I'll be in the Southfield again, probably. So
Yeah. Oh,
but yeah, nice one.
that's
Thanks for having
crazy.
us.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
Thanks.